The
Right.
EB-5, which is 800K in a certain area, 1,050,000, is an option, I guess, for the people that have the capital.
I mean, EB-5, we talked a little bit about retrograde nationalities. There's certain categories of visas that certain nationals can't access. So for certain nationalities, EB-5 is the best option because it's what's available. Capital wise, thank God that they were a little more reasonable and we were able to negotiate adjusted numbers, but it is a significant investment. And it's not just that, there is the investment if you're going to do the minor, indirect through a regional center, you're going to have to pay the regional center fees. And obviously the attorney fees on these cases are quite substantial. And then on the direct investment, there's the expense of operating the business continuously during the process. And the timelines on EB-5 are very long, but the silver lining, and it's really what saves the program, I think, is that they have now allowed for concurrent filing of your adjustment of status with the I-526. So with the EB-5, for your audience that isn't familiar, you first, if you're going to do it with a regional center or a direct investment, you're going to do an application. It's called an I-526. That I-526, you're going to prove the source of your funds and you're going to submit the evidence of your project. If it's a regional center, if you've done it in a regional center, they're going to give you your I-526 package with all the documents. It's not too much. Where you're really going to have to document, and the work is showing the source of your funds, because you have to trace every single dollar that you invested. And there are accounting standards that USCIS requires, and there's a specific way to document it. So you want to go with an EB-5 attorney that really understands that area. Once your I-526 is filed, historically, you had to wait till it was approved before you could get your conditional green card,
which I think is like 3 or 4 years right now. It's taking
right
a while.
now it's taking, I think, 50 months for the I-526. So before, people were spending $1 million or spending $500,000 and waiting around for 5 years before they could even file for a conditional green card. That's changed. Now we can file it with the I-526. Once the I-526 is approved, your green card has to be approved, and then the green card has to be approved for 2 continuous years. So if the green card takes more years to get approved, the 2 years counts from the time of approval of the conditional green card. You wait 2 years and you can file removal of conditions, the I-829. That's also taking 50 months. So the whole process is taking about 12 years is what my last calculation. But the benefit has been that people can essentially, if they don't want to invest in a business they have to operate, they can do a passive investment of $800,000 in a regional center.
You write the check and then you start the green card process.
Right. And then you file your I-45. And even if it takes you 12 years, you're comfortable, right? And if you've done your due diligence and it was a good investment, you might even not just get your money back, you might get a return on investment. So for some people, it's just, I have this money available. I don't want to risk trying to start a business, run a business. I don't see a self-petition option. Then EB-5 can be, or they're backlogged, right? I think for Indian nationals, EB-5 has been.
Right now it depends on if it's a rural zone, India and China, I think is current. If it's non-rural, then it's not current. Like they've like totally changed the chart where there's like now all these categories on the visa bulletin for EB-5.
They're never trying to make it easier, are they?
No. Doors keep closing.
But then some open. Some open.